What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Unfortunately, not good news coming from the SA Rugby camp is that the second test between the Springboks versus Georgia has indeed been cancelled due to COVID-19. SA Rugby confirmed on Tuesday that the second test between the Springboks and Georgia has indeed been cancelled. It follows an outbreak of COVID-19 in both camps. The Springbok playing and management group returned with 12 positive tests, while Georgia had 4. So the scheduled test between the Springboks and Georgia, which was scheduled for Ellis Park on Friday, has indeed been cancelled. In a statement by SA Rugby, the decision was taken following a review by the medical advisory group on Wednesday morning. It was determined that the risk of further infection made it impossible to continue with the match. The Springbok playing and management group returned 12 positive tests for COVID-19 this week, while Georgia had returned with 4. In context of the loss of life and economic danger that COVID and this third wave are wreaking, the cancellation of a rugby match is pretty trivial. SA Rugby CEO Enquiries said in a statement, but it is still a major disappointment for the many stakeholders who have invested so much time, energy and resources into making these matches happen, especially for the fans, players and for our visitors from Georgia who travelled here at relatively short notice to take on the series, which has now been cut short. We've not been able to interact with them because of the biosecure environments, but I'd like to thank them publicly for the support. We continue to plan for the Springboks' re-emergence from isolation and the completion of the test series, but in the short term, we wish speedy recovery to those who have been affected. So, there you have it. Last time these two teams played was obviously last week, where the Springboks won 40 points to 9. I'm a bit ticked off, to be honest with you. I blame SA Rugby for this. Better management within your bubbles should have taken priority this past 2 weeks. How can you allow players to get infected? Why were players out and about in order to catch this virus in the first place? We're playing in the biggest series. It's probably second to the Rugby World Cup. We wait 4 years for it to appear. We wait 12 years for a country to get another opportunity of playing. 12 years. A lot can happen in 12 years. You could probably not play again in 12 years. And if you do, you're lucky. But now that the silliness of the untidy management within controlling this is just shocking. Aloha Diaka contracted the virus, and now 12 positive cases since then. We already know how this virus spreads. We already know the implications it has. Why were these guys allowed out? Or why wasn't more procedures being put in place? As soon as that Springbok squad was announced for the rugby, for this British and Irish Lions tour, that team should have been put in a huddle and they should have been in a bubble and no one should have got out of it. I know it's hard. We've all got family, we've all got commitments and all that stuff. When it comes to your job and career and commitment, a lot of these players should understand very well and foremost that the protection of the players and the management comes first. And the responsibility of maybe being allowed out, to me, is shocking. We saw this in the Six Nations earlier this year when France contracted the virus and the majority of the team got caught. It took us a while for it to recover, but thankfully we saw the series. The Springboks have now officially got one match behind their belt before they take on the Lions. The Lions are still going to play the Sharks tonight. Unfortunately, Bulls game has now been cancelled, but they're going to have other games. They're already going into this tournament more prepared. When they were already more prepared for this tournament, playing Six Nations. South Africa played one international rugby game since the 2019 Rugby World Cup. One. And even that performance was not convincing. So I'm very concerned for the sake of the Springboks and for the way forward on how this is getting processed. More needs to be done, and management needs to take responsibility for the actions caused that these players are allowed. Maybe I'm seeing this harsh, maybe I'm seeing this not being fair enough. But the fact that when you've got an iconic tournament where so many eyes are going to be on it, and like they said, the investments and everything already, and the original loss that we've already had to this damn tournament because of COVID-19, the fact that there's no strict measures in is shocking to me. If players were breaking rules or protocols, they should be fined. They're full-on match fee and suffer the consequences. because now we're going unprepared. There's no talk of it being postponed. There's no talk of it being moved later date. It has been cancelled. So we're going in unprepared at all. So I'm extremely disappointed in the management performance. I'm extremely disappointed in the Springbok camp. And I hope better things can happen from this. I wish all those players and management a full recovery. And I hope they're back on the field as soon as possible. But right now, we're in trouble, and we're facing a grim picture right now as we look at the British National Lions tour coming up. Bulls has already been cancelled, and now Georgia's Springboks games has already been cancelled. What next? How many more players are going to get infected from this 12? We saw it with France last year. Anyway, maybe I'm being harsh, but I don't think I am. I think more needs to be done. This is shocking and appalling, and I'm ticked off because we've waited so long. As a fan, as a respected supporter or loyal team member, man, who's been waiting for this, now has to wait another few weeks in order to play for the Jersey game. Not right. I'm sorry, I'm not happy. And I feel sorry for the Georgians as well. And also, why are they getting affected? Where were they out? Why are the Lions allowing it? So those are the things that I want to see happen. But anyway, that's just my thoughts. That's going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Do let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'll see you real soon for another one. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.